Oh, here we go. Stream City. Time to get it started. What up, Gita? Rayad? Is that am I pronouncing that correctly? Nikunj, just some new names here that I am trying to get my tongue around here. Nikunj, Vibha, Gohita. There we are. I know you, Gohita. Nisa. Doesn't matter if you're in my class or not. It's all good. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone is welcome in this stream. In this channel. This channel. Everyone's welcome. I call it a free-for-all channel. All right, you guys already got some questions. Okay, let's get to the bottom of these. I feel like it's gonna be a lot. I feel like, by the way, just FY to the I, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, or I'm getting sick or something. Let's just say this: I got a tickle in my throat, and I'm not pleased. I'm not tickled about this tickle in my throat, and I'm worried that I'm going to start to lose my voice or start to like have to clear my throat. And I already know there's gonna be a lot of questions, so we'll see how it holds up. But let's get going here. So Gohita. Actually, I wanted to post a picture of my setup, my streaming setup on my Instagram. Just Mr. Jones MV, by the way. If you haven't followed me there, do a little plug and play for the old IG. So just try. I should have done this before, but I'm gonna just do a quick post. Just post a picture of my setup that from what I see, from my point of view. Ooh, I already got some people coming in on the IG. I already see these is that what it is, a follow? Yeah, follows on that. That's legit. Let me post this up here. I still am not super good with the hashtags and all that jazz, all that new age social media jazz. Gohita, I'll just answer your question real quick since you popped in quick with it. How do you tell the difference between lysosomes and vacuoles in the diagrams we have to label? You will not need to know that. Don't worry about that. That's not something that you should be on your radar. Go ahead and ignore that. Don't worry about that. You won't need to label them. Just know that the difference in function, that's all you should know. Chaitra. How are you doing, Chaitra? You're asking, why would a cell use active transport? So a cell is going to use active transport for those specific situations in which it's trying to move, or it needs to move, molecules from a from a low concentration to a high concentration. So basically against the gradient. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to push more molecules against the concentration gradient, from where there's not so many of them to where there's a lot of them, that doesn't happen automatically. So there needs to be some energy involved to make that happen, and so you're going to need active transport. What up, Ryan? Nikunj. What is the difference between active, passive, and normal diffusion? Well, there's no such thing as active diffusion. I don't really. Your question doesn't really make sense. So don't think about, there's just diffusion. There's only two types of diffusion, simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Okay, simple diffusion means just going across the membrane using the lipid bilayer, straight up. Facilitated diffusion means utilizing some sort of protein channel or protein transporter of some kind. So, what up, Sahana? You're not in my class, but UK inclusion? What does that mean? Hi, I'm also not in your class, but UK inclusion. Alright, not sure what that means, but welcome. Alright, Geeta, let me answer your question. Geeta, you're asking, how are we supposed to compare different size and scales of biomolecules? So all you really need to be aware of for size and scale is just be able to categorize things. So just know that like atoms are smaller than molecules because they make up molecules. Molecules are smaller than like organelles, like parts of cells, because they're made of molecules. Yeah? Make a sense? Don't get into the details, the weeds on it. Just kind of generally have some big categories and know where things go within those categories. Nikunj, I shouted your name into the camera a couple times. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and not shout it too many more times. What up, V? Thanks for stopping in. That's the first environmental science person in the chat. Okay, let me just finish up posting this thing on my Instagram so that you guys can see what my perspective is. Alright, I'll just do that, whatever. I don't know all the hashtags and that kind of jazz. So I just posted that on my Mr. Jones MV Instagram. So that's what it looks like from my perspective. Right, from where I'm sitting. My little setup going on there. Alright, so V, you said you want a career in environmental science, but chemistry is hard for me. What is your suggestion? I would say, well, you know, the chemistry for environmental science is very specific kind of chemistry, and I think you could master that. I really do. I think if you put in the time to just sort of work on the chemistry aspect of environmental science, you'd be fine. I mean, really, it's not high level chemistry unless you're getting into some really technical stuff. But I think for the most part, you should be fine with just, you know, you're just knowing that you have to put in a little bit more work to understand the chemistry side of the science of the field. But honestly, don't let that hold you back. Like, don't feel like you can't do environmental science because you're not. Chemistry's maybe like a weak point for you. So I think, yeah, I mean, if you want to talk more about it, come see me. But yeah, definitely don't let that hold you back, V. That's awesome though that you want to get into some environmental science stuff. Okay, who else has got some questions here? Nisa, hey, Mr. Jones, how's it going? It's going good. How are you? Thanks for asking. Can I explain enzyme concentration and substrate concentration? Yeah, so, I mean, well, one is the amount of enzyme and one is the amount of substrate. And as it relates to what we're talking about, the idea is that the concentration of enzymes is usually going to be, it'll speed up a reaction more than increasing the concentration of substrates, because enzymes are the part of a reaction that is the limiting factor for the most part, in the sense that they can only work so fast, right? Because they have one active site, one spot for a substrate to fit in. So essentially, the more enzymes you have, the more jobs they can do. I kind of think of it like a good analogy is to think about like a grocery store, where the enzyme is the cashiers, the cash registers, and the substrates are the people, right, the shoppers. And so if you have a bunch of substrate or a bunch of shoppers, and you only have one cash register open, it's going to take a while. How do you make it go faster? Do you add more customers? No, you open up more cash registers, aka you add more enzymes and you can speed it up because now you have more spots. I like that analogy. I think it's a good one. All right. I'm already falling behind because we got over 50 people watching, so I'm gonna fall behind on some of these questions. So I'm gonna skip questions that I feel like you can just look up. So here's what I'm gonna do. If it's a question that I think you could just Google or look up, I'm gonna kind of skip it. And if that's, I apologize for that, but that's got to happen, I think, at this point. I'm not even gonna be able to play RimWorld here, which is what I wanted to get into, but it's okay. Let's see. Percent. I don't really get the difference between vesicles and vacuoles. Well, okay. A vacuole is for storing things, whereas a vesicle is for usually transporting something from one place to another. Vacuoles aren't really going to transport things. But again, that's a little bit, you know, don't get too bogged down in that. What's up, Akshat? Hey, Ansh. How you doing? Good to see you. What would happen if a cell was placed in a hypotonic solution and had no aquaporins? Good question, Ansh. If a cell was placed in a hypotonic solution, so the solution is hypotonic to the cell, and there was no aquaporins, water would still move. Water would still move, but it would just be slower. It would be a very slow process because aquaporins is where most of the water go through. Good question. Kamal, can I go over dynamic equilibrium? I mean, it's really simple. Dynamic equilibrium is a situation in which you have molecules on either side of a membrane that are in equal concentrations to each other. Right, so it's an isotonic situation. And so those molecules are, they're not moving in one direction or the other. Overall, they're actually moving both ways. So it's called dynamic equilibrium because it's equal concentrations, but it's dynamic, meaning moving. So it's still moving back and forth across the cell membrane, but in equal amounts both ways. Okay. Let's keep moving here. Oh man, there's already a lot of questions here. Onkar. Hey Onkar, can I explain polarity? Polarity is just the idea that a molecule has differing charges across itself. So if my hand is one molecule, it might have a negative side here and a positive side, positive side here and negative side here, right? So it's got two poles of different charges, and that just means that is a property of a molecule. Polar things are going to be able to dissolve in water. They will not be able to cross the lipid bilayer. So that's what we mean by polarity. Hey Rail, I'm not going to play Fortnite, unfortunately. I don't think I'll have time tonight. I mean, maybe we'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of the stream. If I'll switch gears maybe and do a little bit more of a gamer stream. So I could stick around for maybe a half hour or so after to stream a bit or to play a little bit. Aquabotics. What's up? You're not in my class. What is the difference between hypo, hyper, and isotonic solutions? Aquabotics, I'm going to let that one slide. That one you can look up. That's just a definition situation. If you have a more specific question, let me know. Nikunj, you want to squat it up? Maybe. We'll see. Ran, can I explain the process of osmosis? I mean, the osmosis is just a specific way of talking about water molecules moving across a membrane through diffusion. That's it. So if you have water moving across the membrane, that's called osmosis, and it's just it's a specific form of diffusion. Hey Meenakshi, how are you doing? Good to see you. Meenakshi, I really like your name, Meenakshi. For some reason, I don't know why. Gita, how do cells regulate the movement of molecules in order to maintain homeostasis? That answer to that question is a very large answer, and it's essentially very much like a situation in which you would have, you could literally talk about any kind of cell transport, right? So cells will move things in and out of themselves. So homeostasis, remember, is this idea of maintaining a stable internal environment. So if a cell wants to maintain homeostasis, meaning it wants to maintain like a stable internal environment within the cell, it's going to have to move molecules out and in to keep itself stable. And so it uses things like protein pumps, diffusion. All these things are involved in that. So that's how cells will regulate it, using the membrane of the cell with like protein channels and pumps and that kind of thing. What up, Surya? Sahana, hey, can I explain the whole idea of substrates, enzymes, active site, and denature? I mean, like, can I explain how enzymes work, basically, I think is what your question is. And I think with that, it might be best to show a diagram. So let me pull up a diagram to help us with that specific question. Let's see if we can find a good one here. Let's see if we can find a good one. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I think this is a decent diagram here that'll get the gist of what we need to kind of talk about. But notice that what we have, this is an enzyme, right? And notice the shape of it is perfect. It's got an active site right here where the substrate fits into it perfectly. And that would catalyze a reaction, and that would probably break the substrate in half, which would be the normal reaction. The problem is if you heat this enzyme up too high, you increase the temperature, let's just say above 40 degrees Celsius, notice that the enzyme shape is deformed, or another word we use is denatured. And that means that the shape has shifted to a point in which the active site is really no longer the same, right, compared to what it was before. And so this substrate will not fit in there correctly. And so now the enzyme doesn't work. It cannot catalyze the reaction. And so this process of denaturing happens to enzymes when they get too hot, when they get exposed to incorrect pHs, like too basic or too acidic, those kinds of things. I hope that helped. What up, Edgar? By the way, in the chat, feel free to help answer each other's questions too. You guys know as much as I do combined. I bet all of you combined know as much as I do. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not trying to humble brag or anything about that. Surya, what happens when you increase or decreases enzyme concentration? You speed up or slow down the reaction. You make more or less substrates. That's as simple as that. Anika, what's glycogen and what are glycoproteins? So, okay, so glycogen is a bunch of glucose is hooked together in a chain. It's a polymer, a carbohydrate polymer. And so it's a good way of storing glucose in a large molecule that an organism could use later. It's only found in animals. It's basically like starch, but in animals. Starch is the equivalent in plants. That's not the same as a glycoprotein. A glycoprotein is a protein that's embedded in the cell membrane that usually has some sort of carbohydrate tag on it. And these glycoproteins are usually used as like cell identification or cell markers for communication between cells or within a body. They help identify what kind of cell it is. So they're very different things. Hey Ansh, what are we supposed to know from the condom lab? You should kind of understand the idea of how molecules move across the membrane. It was basically just a demonstration of the movement of molecules across the membrane and how size and scale matter. So if things are too large, they cannot move across the membrane. Okay. Hey Ashley, you're asking Ashley 2, you're asking how is blood glucose regulated? That's a question that's kind of getting a little bit off of this unit, I think. I'm not sure. I mean, I know the answer, I just don't think we're going to go into it in this unit, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that one. We'll talk more about that when we get into physiology and we talk about things like diabetes and blood sugar then. Good, Nakunj, I like the answers you're giving to some people in the chat. I appreciate it. Same with you, Rayon. Nice answers. I appreciate that. Shoot. Bradley, you like grass. What are you, a producer? Or no, primary consumer? I appreciate you letting everyone know that you're a fan of grass. I'm not sure why you decided to pop that in there, but I appreciate your honesty and your willingness to admit that you're a fan of grass. I hope that's not all you eat, though. What else? What else? What else? Just going to kind of scroll around a little bit and see if there's any interesting questions for me to answer. If I don't answer your question, I apologize. That's not, don't take it personally. There's just a lot of questions. Yeah, so. Prasant, I kind of answered your question about temperature, pH, and the concentration of substrate, how it affects the structure and function of the enzyme. That's that one I answered already, so if someone in the chat could explain it, that'd be great. Tristan, is this apple juice? No, this is water that I dyed orange. I don't know why. Oh, actually, I do know why. This was back for I did a stream on anti-bullying day, and orange is the theme color, so I made a little bit of orange liquid. Normally, I have a blue dye. I don't know. I like to drink my water out of like the Erlenmeyer flasks because I'm a super nerd, and so I like to dye it different colors so it kind of looks like a chemistry cocktail solution. I think it goes without saying, though. I'm just gonna just say this: if you're in chemistry class and you see a solution in an Erlenmeyer flask, do not drink it because you will probably die. Okay, this is a very controlled environment over here. So let's see what else is going on here. Who else? Dina, I kind of talked about enzyme denaturing. Denaturing is just this idea of an enzyme changing shape. That's it. Enzyme changing shape, its active site deforming, and it's no longer able to fit a substrate. Hey, Blue. You're asking a zoology question, Blue. Why are sponges animals? This is something I'm learning in zoology. I don't know. Why are they? I don't know enough about them to answer that question. I'm sorry. It must have to do something with their whole the evolutionary tree, right? Like where they are on the evolutionary tree, and how closely related genetically they are to animals. Okay, let's see. Gavin, how would I define a protein and a carbohydrate? I don't know how. They're just a protein is a molecule that's made of amino acids that carries out a lot of functions in the body. A carbohydrate is another molecule in the body that is mainly used as an energy source. That's kind of how I would do it if someone asked me. Saivi, I already explained the idea of polarity a little bit earlier, so if someone in the chat could help Saivi out with the idea of polarity, that'd be great. Vibha, I'm going to have to correct you on your explanation to aquabatics about hypotonic, hyper, and isotonic. The idea is not about the water movement. It can inform you about how the water will move, but actually the terms hyper, hypo, and isotonic are simply meant to define the the concentration on the inside and outside of a cell. You know what I mean? Like, so, like a hypotonic, if a solution that's hypotonic to a cell is going to have a lower concentration of some molecule that's dissolved in it, right? So if a cell is 7% salt and a solution is 5% salt, we would say the solution is hypotonic to the cell because it has a lower concentration. Okay. Now, this is where you guys your minds get blown off the charts in this, and I understand it because it can be kind of confusing. But so if a cell, let's say a cell is, you know what? This is worth just do a quick pull up here. Let's take a peek at an image. Okay, so that's, oops, that's Spanish. Tipos de soluciones. Soluzione hipotónica, soluzione isotónica, and soluzione hipertónica. ¿Sí? ¿Comprendo? Anyway, where are we at here? Here's a good one. Where's the one that was not Spanish? Why are these all Spanish? I want a big image that's not Spanish. Wow, I can't believe I can't just... Alright, let's just zoom in on this one. Alright, so in this situation, what you're seeing is, so the hypotonic solution, right? Notice this is a hypotonic solution because it has less than the cell. But the movement of molecules is going to depend on where there are more of them, right? Because in typical situation, if we're talking about the movement of water, water is always going to move to where there's more solute, more cells. So in the hypotonic, water is going to move out of the cell. The isotonic, it's going to move in and out equally. And in the hypertonic solution, it's going to move into the cell. Or excuse me. Yes, into the cell. No. Out of the cell. Out, 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 out. Hey, Riata. Riata, the stream ends around 9. About 9, yeah. Let's see. Aditya, I'm a little confused about the difference between rough ER and ribosomes. The difference is that the rough ER, ribosomes attach to the rough ER. So the ribosome will make a protein, and then oftentimes it will go straight into the rough ER, where it's modified and like finalized, and like there's some finishing touches put onto that protein. So think about it this way: ribosome makes the protein, assembles it, the rough ER finishes it up and sort of modifies it a little bit. Meenakshi, what are all of the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? That's a property of water right there. We call that adhesion. I can't really answer your question. What are all the what are all of the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells? I can't list them all, but just know that bacteria are prokaryotic, and then animals and plants are eukaryotic. That's kind of really what you need to know. Tristan, what is significance of the R group on amino acids? So the R group is basically going to determine the properties of the amino acid. So all the amino acids have the same basic structure, except of them, and remember there are 20 amino acids, so they all have the same basic structure. But what differentiates them from each other is this group, this molecular group, this chemical group that sticks off of them, called the R group, and it's different for each of the 20, and it determines its properties, like is it hydrophobic, is it hydrophilic, is it acidic, is it basic, and it determines, it gives it some properties. And so when you think about the R groups, the order in which the amino acids are in a protein, the R groups will all start to interact with each other differently, and they are what really, the sequence of those R groups are what really determines the folding and the ultimate structure of the protein, and therefore its function. So they're actually very, very important. I think what I want to do is kind of keep up with the stream. So if I don't answer your question, restate it, but I'm not going to stay back behind the chat, actually. I think it might be better if I'm going to stay up to date on the chat at the very front of it. And so if I've missed your question, you can restate it, but I'm going to kind of answer them as they come. If I don't get to it before it gets off of my screen, just restate it, basically. So that's where I'm at right now. So I might have skipped some stuff because I pulled up to the front here where we are. So, so let's see. Akshat, what is the difference between cohesion and adhesion? Cohesion, water sticks to itself. Okay. Cohesion, water sticking to other. Adhesion, water sticking to other things. Meenakshi, your question about the similarities between prokaryote and eukaryotic cells. Look at your JP. That was like our maybe one of the first JPs we did in the entire unit. Go back to that. Okay, go back and look at there. That's where it is. Ankar, I don't speak French, but I appreciate your answers, your input there. Dev, where can the answer key for Unit 2 Part 1 review packet be found? I emailed it out to my students. If you know anyone in my class, ask them. They can fire that over to you and send you that digital copy. Slayer. What up, Slayer? Slayer at the end. What is bulk flow and aquaporins? Bulk flow is, okay. Aquaporins are protein channels specifically designed to allow water to pass across the membrane. And that is where most of the water flows through, is through these aquaporins. We call that the bulk flow. So most of the water, aka the bulk of it, flows through the aquaporins. Kaushal. What up, Kaushal? Thanks for popping in. You're asking, does the R group determine how the amino acid chain folds or how the actual protein chain folds? Both. Kinda. Both, kinda. Ojis, what up? Do you need to know the diagram of the cell for the test? Honestly, I will not ask you to label a diagram on a cell, on a test on a cell. What up, John V? I hope med school's going good for you. I hope those patient interviews, or what you were doing last time, I forget what you're doing. Something about bedside manner, right? I hope you're doing good there. Anch, I did not post the key for the surface area to volume solutions. I will take a look and see if I can find it for you. No promises, though. If I find it, I'll email it out after the stream. Rayan, I really appreciate your answers right now in the chat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for throwing in your answers, because all the answers I've seen from you have been pretty good so far. Been pretty good. Nishat, do I know? Yeah, I know Abrar. He's in my APES class. I also had him in bio back when he was a freshman. I also know that he's broken 8 limbs, which is just off the charts. Bradley, what do prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells have to do with cell transport, enzymes, and organelles? Oh yeah, no, that was just that was just a review at the very beginning of the unit. You don't need to worry about it if you didn't go over it in your class. Kaushal, can I go over the 4 levels of a protein? Yeah, let's take a peek. Boom, 4 levels of protein structure. Pull up an image. So this is a good image here. So these are the 4 levels. Primary just is the actual sequence of the amino acid, right? Then secondary structure is when the chain starts to have these little bit of folds here, and you know this is something that we're going to go over this. We're going to go over this a little bit more in genetics when we talk about protein synthesis. Like we're going to actually spend a good chunk of time talking about this whole thing later. So just for now, just know, and in fact, you don't really need to know much about it, to be honest. TBH about it. You just need to know that. Excuse me, like I said, my voice is going to be cutting in here. You just need to know that primary structure is the sequence of the amino acids, the actual letters. In this case, it gives you the alphabet as an analogy. I've actually never seen this before. This is not a half bad analogy. So you've got the alphabet is like the primary structure, which is just the actual sequence of the amino acids. Then when that sequence starts to fold a little bit and form these pleated sheets and alpha helixes, we call that secondary structure. So I guess that's kind of like words. And then the tertiary structure is like sentences. You start to put those words together into larger folds. And then the quaternary structure is when you have multiple proteins coming together, aka a paragraph with multiple sentences. Huh, I like that analogy. Not too bad. All right. Sakith. What up, Sakith? What's the difference between glycogen and starch? Glycogen is a carbohydrate that stores energy in animals. Starch is a carbohydrate that stores energy in plants. They're both carbohydrate polymers, polysaccharides, just for different organisms. Viba, will we have to know the functions of polymers in the body? Yeah. You should know the function of some of the polymers we talked about, right? Because a polymer is a very broad term. So like proteins are polymers, glycogen and starch are polymers, DNA is a polymer. You should definitely know their functions. Faux show. Shreya, how do different factors affect the rate of diffusion? Good question. So diffusion is going to increase. The rate will increase if you have higher temperatures because the molecules move faster. The rate will also increase if you if the distance they have to travel is shorter, obviously. If there's more surface area for them to go across, it'll also go faster. If the difference between the concentrations is greater, it will also go faster. So if there's really a lot over here and not so much over here, they're going to move faster away and diffuse faster. Those are the differences. Nick Kunj, why are you asking where do people live? And so, like, just so you, a quick question: where do you guys live specifically? Like, what's your? Can you text me your address? Ankar, you have a textbook in your arms. Okay. Maybe you can go ahead and set that down. No need to hold it around. hold that thing. Hold on that thing. No problem, Kaushal. Kaushal, can I go over rough ER, smooth ER, and Golgi apparatus? Can I go over them? Sure. Rough ER. So rough ER gets the assembled protein from the ribosome, modifies it, puts the finishing touches on it, sends it to the Golgi apparatus, which then transports that protein to its final destination, either sending it out of the cell or bringing it somewhere else in the cell that it's needed. The smoothie R, its main job is to synthesize and help create lipids to help maintain the cell membrane and things like that. That's actually a good joke. The combo just got smooth ER. I'm a fan of that one. That was not bad. Appreciate that humor there. A little bio pun. What up, Adarsh? Long time no see, my man. I'm glad you stopped in, dude. Can I explain that hypotonic and hypertonic again? I can't, dude. I've explained that too many times. I'm kind of over it, bruh. I'm kind of over the whole hypotonic thing. But it looks like people got your back in the chat here. A lot of people doing that. John V, med school is not awful. Okay, we actually have our brain dissection tomorrow, which is such a throwback to the pig brain extra credit. I don't give extra credit anymore for the pig brain dissection. You were, I think, one of the last classes to get that. But glad to hear it's not awful. Enjoy your brain dissection. That's crazy. Is it a human brain? That's awesome. Aditya, thank you for throwing in your opinion. I appreciate you, Aditya. You are bringing in some good info into the chat. Same with you, Meenakshi. Good stuff, guys. You guys are on top of your game. Adarsh, how many periods do I have this year? I had 5 periods, but only 1 bio. So I teach 1 bio and 4 APES. It's crazy. I don't like my APE students don't really come on the office hour stream. What ends up happening is it's mostly bio, which I guess kind of makes sense. By the time you're junior or senior, you're like, I figured it out. I got it. I'm good to go. I don't need to go watch a stream. Shreya, what's in the flask? This is just colored water. Just water. Ogis, what is the function of glycogen? Energy storage in animals. Thanks, Aditya. Yeah, you got that right. Kaushal, how does the synthesizing of lipids as a smoothie R relate to proteins? I mean, indirectly it does in the sense that, proteins, I mean, it's not really related. It's just a part of a cell. It's the functioning of a cell. You don't need to really kind of think about that kind of a connection too much. Aditya, you got a warm feeling inside. That's good. Got to hold on to that feeling, that warmth. Nice, John Reed. That's really cool. That is really cool. Dina, why would we take stuff from the outside of the cell, and why would we release stuff outside of the cell? Is it to maintain homeostasis? Yeah, so Dina, like, why would a cell want to take stuff from outside and bring it in? Like, it needs materials, right? If it wants to make proteins, it needs amino acids, and it can't make all the amino acids it needs, so it has to take some in from the food we eat. And it needs energy, so it needs glucose molecules, and we get that from the food, so it has to be transported into the cell. So, it's obviously it needs energy and materials, so it's got to take that kind of stuff in. Why would it put stuff out? Well, when you do reactions and and that kind of stuff, you create waste products. And those waste products need to be transported out. You can't let them build up inside the cell, right? It's kind of like if you didn't take the trash out of your house, at a certain point, it's going to get a little stinky in there and potentially unhealthy and unhygienic, and eventually it's going to become a disaster, and your house won't function anymore. And that's what happens in a cell too. And also, cells make things that need to be sent to other parts of the body, and so the cell has to allow that to leave the cell so it can be transported elsewhere. Chaitra, I think I emailed out the key to the practice exam, if I recall correctly. Shreya, when is active transport used? Anytime the cell needs to move things against the concentration gradient. It's essentially when it would be used. Do I have Mr. Jones's? Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. It's just Mr. Jones MV. I just don't remember what. Let me see. Let me see what the name is. The number. I should use the Discord server more, but I don't enough. I'll see what the number is on it. Darsh, it doesn't really matter the inside. You ask, is the inside of the lipid bilayer hypo or hypertonic? It depends on what you're talking about. It's different for different molecules. Dev, I can't go over all the differences between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Someone in the chat might be able to help you out with that. I'm assuming someone might know the info there. We also, in my class, we did a JP on it, so you might have a JP that has the answers. It's just it's too much to go over right now. Every single difference. Key difference: eukaryotic cells are more complex than prokaryotic cells. Multicellular organisms like animals and plants are made of eukaryotic cells. Bacteria are prokaryotic. They don't really have a nucleus or organelles, and they're very simple. That's kind of the gist of it. That's the explain it like I'm 5 kind of mode. Arnav, what up, Arnav? You're asking if I can explain shoot, I lost your question. It disappeared. Oh, facilitated diffusion. Facilitated diffusion is basically anything in which a molecule moves across the membrane using some sort of protein channel or transporter, and not just the lipid bilayer. Ran, I might squat up with you guys. Just we'll see. I hear you guys. I hear you guys. I hear you guys. I hear you guys. Chaitra, do we need to know the exact optimal conditions for enzymes? Because it's different for each enzyme, right? Yeah, it's different for each enzyme, so I wouldn't ask you to know the specific conditions. Oh yeah, I should add a bot functionality for YouTube streams. I don't know how to do that, bro. I have to look into that. Shreya, I might play Fortnite at the end of the stream. I opened up RimWorld because I thought I might be able to play it, but obviously it's too much. Too much chat. Too many questions. You guys have too much. Okay. And I skipped some questions again, so you might need to restate your questions. Hey, Carolyn. What are examples for adhesion, cohesion, and universal solvent? Well, water is a universal solvent because it dissolves a lot of things. An example of adhesion is when water sticks to other things, like the side of a tube. And cohesion is when water sticks to itself and forms hydrogen bonds between themselves, and sort of like that's like the surface tension on water. Nice, Onkar, you're going through the whole Thursday night lineup. You got Chow Stream, Jones's, and then Hajarians. I got the sandwich spot. I call it the streamwich. And I'm in the middle. I'm the meat of the streamwich. They call it, that's you know, that's what I call it. Hajarian and Chow, they're the bread. And you got me, the meat in the middle of the streamwich. Dina, why are amylases bigger than phospholipids? They aren't. Oh, sorry. Yes, they are. They are. Sorry. Yes, because amylase is a protein, which is a giant molecule. If something is a protein, you can consider proteins to be the largest of the molecules. They're larger than carbohydrates and lipids, just in general. Just have more atoms. They're composed of more atoms. That's about it. I gotta keep drinking water because my throat's acting up on me. My throat is acting up. Kaushal, I'm not going to ask you about the difference between an ionic and a covalent bond on the test. Don't worry about it. Can someone help Dina with her question? She asked, she doesn't really understand protein transporters. What's up, Karina? Is the test hard? Go Limbrook Vikings. I don't know. Are you from Limbrook? Are you coming in here from the old LB down the street? What's up, Sachi? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for stopping in. Hope everything's going good with you. Hope your year's going smooth. You're not failing chem, Sachi. Come on. I doubt it. Oh, my ID, my Discord ID, I forgot. Alright, did you guys get that? I just posted the link to my Discord. So that's the Discord for those of you who are interested. Interested? I don't know. Dude, my Spanish is just, it's basically fallen to nada mucho. I'm missing a lot of you guys' questions. So feel free to restate if necesito. What up, Raindrop? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for precipitating into the chat. Mr. H in the chat. What up, Mr. H? You got your stream starting soon? Are you doing a 9 o'clock stream, right? From the newly renovated kitchen of Mr. H. Kaushal, there will be some stuff on activation energy, you know, I mean, well, you should just kind of have a general idea that activation energy is the amount of energy required for a reaction to go forward, and that enzymes enzymes basically lower that amount of energy needed so that a reaction can get going faster and require less activation energy. I really like how you guys are throwing in some really good information and helping other people out with questions that I'm not getting to or missing. So I appreciate it, especially you know, guys like Aditya, Rayon, Nikunj, Meenakshi. You guys are all being very helpful. I really appreciate it. You guys are all could be solid TAs in the future. Drop me a line. Adarsh, you vaguely remember talking about water molecules passing through the lipid bilayer, and then the water's polarity played a role in the polarity of the inside. Yeah, so the idea is that water molecules are polar, right? And the inside of the lipid bilayer is non-polar. So the water molecule can't really get through because it gets repelled by the non-polar interior of the lipid bilayer. So water has a tricky time getting through the membrane, so it has to use aquaporins to get in and out of the cell. Heckle, what's up, Heckle? The biotest is primarily multiple choice with one short answer at the end. Yep, it's the A level at the end. Yeah, Shreya, it's all. I think the APE students, there are a couple of things about that. I think that first of all, the test is until Monday, and your test is on Friday. Biotest is on Friday, so it's a little less pressing for them. They're also older, so they're kind of like figured out that they can do their own thing, and it's probably like they don't want to jump in here with all these freshmen just swarming. They probably are like, I'm good. My Discord, yeah, it probably did blow up because I just posted it, or just got a bunch of people on there, which is cool. I'll have to look at it in a sec. My server is alive. How do you tell how many people are on your Discord chat? Yeah, I'll have to look at it. Oh, it says 127 new messages. Oh, dang. Okay. Things are going crazy. By the way, Slayer, if you could link me a way to YouTube bot. I'm not sure what I would even use a bot on YouTube for, but okay, who else is in here? Wow, wow, wow. I'm missing a lot in the chat. So I'm seeing that a lot of people might want to play some Fortnite here. It's been an hour, so I've streamed. I've done a straight up office hour stream for about an hour as I take my swig. I think what I can do is play some Fortnite with you guys if you're interested. Ryan, I like your comment on my picture. Erlenmeyer Flask Gang with the EFG. Lord Pumpkin Pie, fix my colonist bed? Which one? I had a real issue with my power. I need to make batteries because my wind turbine is very inconsistent at generating power. So I keep losing power to my stove, and my colonists are kind of starving right now because I have no food. Because all the meat that I had in this freezer over here rotted because it lost power. The AC lost power because this wind turbine keeps cutting out on me. And I got an injured guy. He's what's his injury status? Yeah, see, look at that. He's basically starved out. Yeah, this guy's not gonna make it. Yeah, I think I might have to restart this game because I just kind of blew it. I needed to research my battery quicker. It's almost done researching. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. What else is going on here? People, Mr. H is going to be starting his stream right now on his channel, so if you want to continue watching somebody that's going to be more concentrated on answering your guys' bio questions, I would migrate over to Mr. H's channel. If not, you're more than welcome to chill here. I think I'm going to play a little bit of video games, maybe a little Fortnite with some people. So that's what. So just so you know, the stream is sort of going in a different direction at this point. It's going to take a little more casual direction. So if you are someone who would like to stick with the bio, go for it. If not, hang out for a little bit. I might play some games for like half hour. I don't know, something like that. What's up, Kamal? I can answer your question before you leave. He said, can I go over the different biomolecules in different types of food? Yeah, so, you know, meats are going to be mostly proteins. Some of them have fat or lipids. Pastas, grains like bread and things like that, those are going to be more carbohydrates. Vegetables, mostly carbohydrates. Candy is going to be sugar, so it's carbohydrates. What else? Oh yeah, like you know, things like dairy, cheese is going to be a very fatty, a lot of fat and some protein, that kind of stuff. All right, I'm going to come back to RimWorld. I'm going to play some Fortnite. But I'm probably going to have to, my Fortnite probably is going to have to update actually. Right, because it seems like every time I open it, it has to update. Yep, again, as usual. As usual. So what's going on in the Discord? Let's take a peek. 8/23, September 19th, October 7th. It's later than you. I don't know what Deltarune is, man. I will give it a look, but I don't think I'm gonna play it right now. How's the Discord server? All right, I'm trying to find. There's some good stuff in there. Oh, Deltarune is Undertale 2. Huh. Alex Kazanovsky. Alexandra, no, not all the biotests are the same. They're similar, but they're not exactly the same because they cover the same material, but not all the questions are the same. So you want me to look at, is it free? What is it, that game? Let's see. I can't, Bradley, I can't play League of Legends. It's too bad. I'm not good enough at it. I get really frustrated because I'm not talented enough. That game, it just takes a long time to get good at, and I just don't have the time to really put into that game. So let me think here. Let me think. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Deltarune was what I was looking at while I wait for Fortnite to update. Okay, Deltarune. Okay. Download the English version. My tag is Mr. Jones MV. Burt Macklin FBI. That's from Parks and Rec, right? Drew, I'm not that great at Fortnite. I'll be honest. I'm like probably like lower end for sure. I'm not terrible, but I'm not. I'm pretty low. I just don't understand why it has to update so often. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really get it. I just don't I just don't get it. So I have played Undertale too, by the way, Syed. Um, or Undertale. I played Undertale. I didn't finish it, but I got halfway through it. And then something happened. I forget what happened. I forget what happened exactly. Do you think I need to? Do you think I need to finish? Do you think I need to finish the first one? Do you think I need to finish Undertale to play Deltarune? Okay, maybe I'll finish Undertale first. Okay. Meenakshi, the answer key for what? The answer key. I emailed it out on School Loop. So look at your email. And there's like there's a few attachments on the email that has keys to all that stuff. Am I mispronouncing your name, Syed? Syed? Syed. Syed, what's my Instagram? It's Mr. Jones MV. It's just straight up Mr. Jones MV. I just made it like a couple months ago. Like back in September. I think not, it's like just 1 month ago. One months ago. 1 month ago. Shripad. Shripad? Sayed? Is it literally just said? Or is it Sayed? Said? Saeed. Saeed? Saeed. Meenakshi, what answer key are you looking for? Can you tell me the exact answer key? Because I don't know which one you're talking about. I like how you guys are all just trolling. Saeed. 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 I think Saeed makes the most sense, and considering that's what he actually said it is. Alright, I'm almost ready. It's still updating. I'm going to exit out of Steam for now. Oops. Exit out of this. Lord Pumpkin. Okay. Well, hold on a sec. Let me get in the. Let me join the Discord server. How do I? Which Discord server is everyone in? I gotta switch my headphones actually. Give me a sec. What is the right one of these? All right. So Meenakshi, okay, you got the answer key is called Cell Bio Unit Review. Answer key. You have to go to School Loop and look at your email that I sent you and look at the attachments. It's one of those files. That's all that I can really tell you. All right. Oh wait, did someone set up? Did you guys set up? Oh, did you guys set up a bot to spam Discord when I do? Which Discord are you guys in, bro? Oh, the general. Okay. You guys hear me? I don't hear anybody though. Wait, what's going on? Am I? I don't hear anything from the Discord. I don't hear anything in the Discord right now. See, I see your guys' names lighting up, but I don't hear your but I don't hear your voices. And my name is lighting up. What's going on? There's no voice in it? Okay, so you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Okay.
Yes, apparently.
Alright. Are we,
Does he even have a mic?
Are we good to go?
No. I mean, he does, but he's not gonna be, talking to us like this. Because he's, like, honestly, interrupt with the stream, probably.
Hold on. I can hear you guys for sure.
Getting back on the stream page. I need to see.
Voice chat, output device. Push to talk off, voice chat
Did
on.
I press ready? I didn't.
You guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
There we go, there we go. There we go.
You guys want to play some,
Alright, just
squads or
FYI.
playground?
FYI, for you guys, your voices are on stream.
Yeah.
Just so you
know. Oh, no.
Just to keep it real with you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, what are we doing here?
You can decide. Do you want to do playgrounds or squads?
Let's do squads.
Okay.
Switch.
Damn it.
If you haven't realized, it's Socketh.
Oh yeah, okay. So Defy Annihilator, you're Socketh?
Yeah.
Okay. And then who Rayan? Wait, is that Rain?
Yeah, Rain is Rayon.
But who are you? Do I know you? Okay.
No,
nah, I'm not in your class, bro.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not bro, sir.
Yeah, let's keep it professional, please. I appreciate it. Onyx.
Sorry.
That's Nikunj, who's in the chat, making all those puns.
Yeah, okay, we got the pun master over there. Okay. Alright, let's do it.
Mr. Jones, are you good at this game?
That's a really good question. The answer is probably no, but that's all right. I'm like okay. I guess I'm not the bottom of the barrel, but I'm not that far from it. Let's just put it that way.
Okie doke. At least we're gonna have mobile players in our lobby.
What is that?
Alright, we'll see how we played. Good question. Drew, you're curious. What time is it? Oh man, it's already 9:22. Okay. So let's see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how much time I can give you guys. Man, it sucks getting sick. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan of getting sick.
You're not a fan of what?
Getting sick.
Isn't it kind of risky if you get sick after you're a teenager?
What?
Nothing.
Is it risky to get sick after?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because I'm old? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. No, no, I'm just saying like because when you're older.
Okay. I'm curious.
My dad said that. What?
I'm curious where you're going with this. Go for it.
Okay, so when you're older, your body does a better job at, or when you're like a teenager and around your like mid-20s, 30s, my dad said that your body probably does a better job at defending against, body does a better job against defending against, bacteria and viruses or whatnot.
Then when you're what? Like old?
And when you're like old or young. And so if you get really sick when you're when you get sick when you're like around those ages, isn't it kind of risky?
Yeah.
Or is my dad feeding me lies?
No, when you're old, yeah, your immune system's not as strong when you're really young or when you're really old. But I mean, I'm not either of those. So I don't feel I'm not at risk. I'm in my prime. My immune system is primo. Although it's
Yo, Mr. Jones, you're getting I see some grenades coming at you. Oh wait, there's actually people here?
where are they at?
Okay. Coming then.
Target for 30. Knocked him. I'm sorry,
Wow.
Nicoons, man.
There's just that one guy?
No, there's
No,
more
he
people.
got knocked. He got knocked. Leads me to believe it's not just that one dude.
Oh, there's fighting. I think someone.
Oh, fighting on sockets, Mr. Jones.
No, I don't know. I just heard someone shoot a shotgun.
Yeah, they're probably like.
Then
What
we
do these
have a
balloons do? I haven't seen them.
They're a new thing.
I have no
Basically, you can
clue
fly
either.
with them. You can fly.
Fly with them?
I haven't
You
tried.
can
them
already
either.
fly though.
Okay.
Like you can fly like and go up in the sky.
Oh, if you hold, oh, it just lets you like hover a little bit.
No, no, you need to activate like 4 or 5 of those in order for them to actually be good. Press the thing 4 or 5 times instead of this one balloon. There.
What if I fall? Will I get fall damage?
Yeah, no, you just press your jump button again to deploy your glider.
My jump button's not working, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you right click?
We might, alright, we might need to rescue. It's all good though.
No, you're good. Okay, you right click to release the gun. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yo, where are his teammates, bro? How do they just ditch him like that? That's kind of cold, dude.
I mean, at least you got a kill.
Oh, oh wait, can I pop this chug, or does anyone need it?
No,
Go for
can
it.
have it.
Oh, are you fighting?
That was me. That was me on zombies. I'm just killing zombies.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the zombies. Yeah.
Oh, yo, they might be coming. I just saw a rift pop just near us. Watch out for people coming in.
Alright, can you help me a bit here?
Yeah, I'm coming.
To break the cube.
I'm gonna carry these minis.
Great.
I have 6 minis by the way, for anyone
Here,
who needs
Mr. Jones, I have a big shield for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jones, if you kill the zombies, you can get like additional shield.
Yeah, I know that. I got. I played it. Or like I played this game last week, so that feature was here.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should get in the circle.
Oh yeah, we should. By the way, if anyone has any rockets, you can like keep it with you for now, but like I have a grenade launcher. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like
they
the
just bought
luckiest
them
dude with.
today.
Hey yo,
They
if we
buffed them.
hop up here, we can probably get this, there's a quad crasher up here.
Okay.
Up there on that mountain. But, oh wait, only one of us here. You guys use it, I'll just run.
No, there is no quad crasher. Alright though.
Oh. Well then, psych.
I'm gonna jump off here. Or not.
His teammates must not be that good.
Well, he might have like accidentally not dropped with them. Could have been his fault.
I know, but like I don't know, man. It's kind of weird.
Like
Why wouldn't they
me.
just come and fight us? Like he already killed one person. Wouldn't it be easier for them to kill us?
Maybe
If they just dropped
they
off.
did a fill. He was like, oh yeah.
And then there was a
there's
rift
more
that
minis
popped
here.
right. There was a rift that popped right next to us.
we're on more
Like in
minis.
Willing.
If you
So
can get
that might have been his teammates. I don't know. It just kind of seemed weird to me. Alright, I'm carrying 9 minis.
Great.
How many wins do you have, Soccer?
Or like 25.
25 wins.
I have 10 more wins. I have 10 more wins than you, though.
Hey, you played a lot more than me.
That's true.
How do you know how many wins you have? Is there a place you can find that out?
Yeah. and you're-
Yeah.
There's a website called Fortnite Tracker.
Fortnite Tracker.
Yeah.
Or you can just count them on your profile. Like you can see
Yeah.
how many solo wins, squad wins you have.
There's
Oh my god, there's a
there's a
legendary zombie up there if you guys want to farm. Oh wait, never mind, it's not.
No, I do not want to fight those. They're just gonna kill
What's up,
me.
Nyanika? Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're doing good.
I'm not looking at I'm at. Oh my god, I'm at 140 ping.
Hope everything's okay. I'm buying chat tomorrow if you get a chance. I should be free at the end of lunch for brunch.
There's still 40 people left. These people might be rotating from around Loot Lake kinda and retail. So we don't want to get mixed up in that crossfire. So what I say we do is we take.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's things. What is it? The golf carts right in front of us, or what is it one? There's two of them. We can go. Yeah, quad crasher.
Yeah, they're too loud.
Drew, I don't know how many wins I have.
Is this the first game?
Oh shoot, sorry.
Yo, wait, why am I lagging so much? This is going to hop on.
I got this trick. If you can follow the ramp that goes up and then boost once you get to the top of the ramp.
Oh, I kept falling damage from that.
A little bit. Not that much.
Did you take?
I took like 14.
There's apples up here. Ooh, that's a shot. What's golden up here? It's a thermal. Does anyone want a thermal?
Nah. Oh, we got people over here at 260.
Tag some. Tag 100.
Oh, they're over here.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna die.
How many were there? I thought there were just 2.
I knocked one.
No, there's 4, there's 4.
Squad.
Oh, there's 2 squads.
Oh, dang. That was quick. Yeah, college apps, yeah. Everyone's tired right now. It's that time of year. But hey, November 1st, right? Kind of done. I'm doing good.
Yes. Yeah, I want to play some playgrounds.
I like having a goal. I honestly like having a goal. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of playground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Drew, how to develop good relationship with your teacher. Only Saket is the only one of my students that I'm playing with right now. The other 2 are in other teachers' classes. But how long are they going to keep up the Halloween theme?
Till Sunday.
Till Sunday?
I think probably till next Tuesday. There's going to be a new update.
There's actually going to be an in-game event on Sunday, and the Fortnite Mirrors challenges end on Sunday. So I'm thinking Fortnite Mirrors is done on Sunday.
Every time I land here, I just get sniped by someone. So sad.
Top one. Someone help me out. I have no ammo whatsoever. Hey, let me get this pump over here.
Oh.
I'm coming, Mr. Jones. He's finishing.
There's two here.
Oh, is he finishing?
Not finished yet.
Knock one.
Nice.
I'm coming to get you. I don't have any mats. Watch out for me.
I got you. And I'll protect the other two sides.
You ain't escaping. Hey, Mr. Jones, I have minis for you. Over here. Alright, let's go get these other chumps.
Let's all stick together. Oh, I found bandages.
Where are you headed? Over there? Jesus.
I have bandages for 2 people. I mean, 1 person. If anybody wants to come in.
I'm having a real hard time getting up to the...
Yeah, just have to dive down real deep before you.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
Alright, try that again.
The deeper you dive,
Farther.
probably not. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have balloons if anyone wants some.
Yeah,
I'm lagging really hard right now.
I got some balloons.
Honestly, I take the clingers over balloons. Like,
I'm surprised nobody's down here.
balloons honestly kind of suck. Do you guys wanna? Oh, you've already started looting. Suck it. Mr. Jones, if you come down, there's a ton of loot over here. In the bottom places.
Alright,
Yeah.
I have a hunting rifle for you.
Oh, please. Ooh,
You could give me that,
Wait, where are you guys at?
in the bottom.
can I have the heavy ammo for you?
Yeah.
Bottom of the lake.
Oh shit, no, here, I have one more.
Does anyone want the silent scar?
No, sure. Does anybody want the Hamas?
I could use either of those.
Yeah,
I have like crappy weapons.
Yeah, the Hamas is right here, Mr. Jones.
I have bandages on me. Bandages on me. We better get out of here as fast as we can. And like try and put somewhere, because the longer we stay here, the more vulnerable we are.
Bandages.
Does anyone have any sort of shield?
Yeah, I have 2 minis for you.
Okay. Come in.
Come to the place with the 2,
Yeah.
what is it, 2 chests, because it's not loot. We should just get looting and then use the...
Tornado.
Oh my god, hunting rifle for anyone? I'm taking this P90.
Where were the 2 minis?
Oh, here. Oh.
I hear people sniping in the distance.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of ping right now. I'm not able to do anything.
Rayon, do you have any hunting rifle ammo that I can?
Yep.
Thank you.
Abhishek, what does activation energy have to do with enzymes and substrates? What was I gonna say? So activation energy is the amount of energy that's required for a reaction to go forward, and so enzymes, right, catalyze reactions by turning substrates into products. And so they actually lower the activation energy, making it easier for a reaction to take place. That's basically what an enzyme is. Because it helps lower the activation energy.
Ooh, I have a blue tack over here. Let me get that. Who has a pump right now?
I have a pump.
Alright, Mr. Jones, do you have an SMG by any chance?
I do.
I have a tack, so I don't really need an SMG. So you can take the 290 and just give me your SMG. That's fine.
Alright, sounds good. Where are you at?
Right here. Should I drink this? Should I drink this, Nikunj?
Oh, I found another blue tack.
I'm just looking for people coming out of it. Nope. Not really, but...
Lower pumpkin pie.
Oh, I see people,
I'm gonna answer your question in a sec, lower pumpkin pie.
Hey y'all, there's people right over there.
They're flying over there.
Where are they at?
Look, they're literally in a golf cart. Oh my god.
I need to get real close.
Tag 1 to 90%.
Oh, nice
one.
round. Alright, I'm just killing it up here. 3 kills. Okay, here's all like quadruple team them.
Oh, behind us? Up in the tree. Zombies are really annoying. Is that an orange one? Like a special one?
Oh my god, kill that one as fast as you can.
Yeah. Nice. Let's go.
Thank god. Does anyone have any minis? And there's a heavy on me.
Yeah, there's a heavy.
Too far away. And we have rockets?
I do. I have 8.
Give me 5.
Got it.
Oh, come on, Rayon. Let me get 1 kill.
That was my kill, by the way. Better.
I know.
Hey, yo, oh wow, I have 5 kills. Oh wait, Rift to go.
Never mind, those are shockwaves,
Alright, guys, follow me. I've,
Jeez, we gotta get out of here, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've,
I'm just gonna be building up. Yeah, I can give you ammo. I'm building up, just follow it and jump over.
Wait, I already put down a launch pad. Oh my god, there's people to our left as well. Just leave them.
I have 1 sniper bullet. That's all I have.
I have a lot of sniper
once we get into the zone, I can help you. Grab a shadow
crystal.
Whatever. Yeah, and then just hop away. Actually, hop away into this.
Oh.
I say we go.
Alright, I have to pop a chug jug because I'm about to die.
Yeah, for sure. Pop it, get into the zone with me and sockets. I'm popping a chug jug over here as well.
So, Lord Pumpkin Pie, what modifications are done to the gold gene to the protein sent from the ETR? I don't know. I'm not sure if there are any modifications done.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if there are any modifications. How the heck do I...
Wait, you dropped your tack ray on.
That's not.
How do I pop these balloons?
Rayon, should I pop the medkit? Okay.
He's lit up. Socket, he's lit up.
What do you
there's
mean
other
he's lit
people.
up? I hate this new mode. You can just shoot through builds and you'll still do damage.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. It's really stupid.
I have one bullet.
You can
the
quickly
guy
go to
who's
our loot.
healing, he's healing up. The guy who's healing up. But
You just go into our guns. There's some guns. Just pick up a gun.
Alright.
Use
not even...
pick up that grenade. Yeah, because you can now do damage.
Yep, you got him.
Wow.
Nice job.
Hey, to your right. To your right.
GG. Alright, I got time for one more game, I think, before I have to call it some quits tonight. Because it is already, it's over 9:50.
Appa, can I play one quick match?
The Discord is set up.
I gotta go.
Say it.
Alright, nice playing with you guys.
Later, man. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to join? Got room for one more.
Hey.
Yeah, Shreya, you can join. What's your name?
I think that's her.
That looks like it. It's close. Ready to do it.
Alright, let's get the dub.
I just need to go to sleep soon. I think I'm getting sick. If I stay up too late, I feel like it'll get worse.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know about that. Saeed. Sleep with socks on to wake up feeling like you got some amazing sleep. Sleeping with socks on, to me, is very kind of like uncomfortable. I like my feet to be free at night.
You guys, let's go somewhere dangerous.
Feel those sheets against my toes.
Let's go.
Alright, where are we going? Tilted?
Yeah.
Okay then. Hopefully we have a full mobile lobby, because you have 2 mobile players.
Dude, oh, I suck.
Is he finishing? No.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was bad.
Oh my god, no! Yes, that was it. Shoot him, come on. Yeah.
The heck?
Nice. Dude, you should just go for the finish.
Saeed, what
Help, man.
do you mean try setting up my Discord? I think it's set up. No, I can't hear you guys. That's because I don't think I can hear you because, right? It's all about what channel I'm in and what channel you're in. So who's this one? I don't know what that is. Right, I see your names light up, but I actually don't hear you when I'm in general, which is weird. So I don't know why that is. Lord Pumpkin Pie, how do my toes feel? When those sheets touch my toes, I'll tell you this much. I know sweet dreams are coming my way. That's what I know. What up, Manas? Thanks for stopping in, dude. It's been a while. My leg is okay. It feels okay. I know I'm gonna have to get surgery on it on November 12th. I'll be out for 2 weeks. Maybe I'll ask my surgeon if he can live stream the surgery. No, but I'll stream a little bit when I recover. What up, Easy Money? Thanks for stopping in. How was basketball tryouts today? Let's see. Okay, so I need to fix the problem. Alright, Saeed, I get it. So I have to fix the problem is why I can't hear you guys. But the other thing is, I don't know if I want to hear all of you guys on stream. Because that could be chaos, you know? Well, actually, it would be fine if I'm playing a game. Oh, that's right. That's why I have the Fortnite Squad stream channel. So that if I'm just... I have to say, I really appreciate you guys. And keeping it organized and stuff, that's really legit. How you're giving everyone the roles and things like that, that's awesome. I don't know how, the sub role though. The sub role was for Twitch, for subscribers, but this doesn't really exist on YouTube, so it doesn't really make sense. Travis retiring? Yeah. Oh, show. Let's see if I can fix this sound. I'm just trying to catch up on the messages in general. These people's posting some funny memes. Some funny stuff in the general chat that I'm scrolling through right now, just trying to catch up. There's a lot of chat in there. What is this?
When your mom makes you do your homework instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Dude, some stuff makes me laugh, and I don't know why, but it just does. Alright, I gotta scroll quicker. Dude, I cannot catch up. There's too much chat. So I might have to turn off the voice chat and turn it back on, you think? There. So, voice connected. Let's see. What are these? Some people are posting some stuff in there. Alright, let me pull this over here so you can see what's going on. Oh my god, this place is straight up eating burned wood. Get the sound, the Minecraft sound. What in the heck? Okay. Alright, I'm almost caught up with the chat here. Supreme. Yeah, Supreme is 35. He's 35-year-old friend of mine. Okay. 9:16 p.m. Dang, you're still 45 minutes ago. Okay, here it is. Here's some people saying go to output volume. So since I'm letting you guys see so I can actually figure out what the issue might be. So you can see I see people lighting up here, right, in the general. What is streamer mode? Oh, that's why I can't hear you guys. It didn't work. I still can't hear you. That wasn't it. I hear certain sounds. So I'm gonna go to bed soon, but I want to just figure this out before I go to bed. So maybe I'll get out of this. So click the top left photo. No, I want to change my. So okay. Maybe what if I leave it, and now I come back in? Still no. Can't hear anybody. Click on this. Aksha, you'll friend me tomorrow? Okay. I don't know if I'll be on. I probably won't be on tomorrow, though. But next time I get on and I see your friend request, I'll accept it. Syed. Click on the top left photo on Discord. Top left photo, like this one, right? I have to go to my settings, right? I don't know what happened. Memes will go on the meme channel. Did you make a meme channel? You did make a meme channel. Man. Holy crap, there's too many memes. There's too much. Okay, maybe I'll stay on the meme channel for now. Alright. What the heck, dude? Why can't I hear this channel? Here, let me see. Alright, who's trying to help me out? Who is... Is this what you're selling me? This one? So make sure output volume is not 0. Voice and video. But where is the voice and video thing? Output device. So the output device, it should be this one. Speakers. This is what I'm plugged into.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, hi.
Wait, was that it? Did I just have to change the speakers?
I think that was it.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. Hold on, let me pop back. But that's, see, now we're in a different channel though. Let me see if I go into this one.
Memes that
I got
Oh, there we go.
Guys, yes, we got it to work.
I can hear us now.
I can definitely hear you guys now. That was it.
Oh,
It was probably outputting to a different device for whatever reason. Okay.
took some time.
There we go. That makes sense.
We done did it.
Can I get a moderator on the server to organize it now? 'Cause it's really
Oh, I'll see.
I will. Let me think about it. I'm probably gonna hit go to bed real quick.
Hit the chug jug.
Chug, chug.
Chug. All right. Cool.
Cool.
memes chat.
In general, we're getting too messy. I had to do it.
You really have to do it to him.
So you guys set up a different. Wait, what did you change since the last time I was on here?
The channel for me.
I was
Confused.
confused.
It means chat.
The memes channel for sure is new.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
So is the memes channel is going to be probably a not on stream browsing for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Nick.
That'll probably be on monitor number 2. Okay. Okay. All right. But some of it's pretty funny, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, this is definitely off stream. Oh, for sure, off stream.
That's nice.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for setting that up. That's awesome.
No problem.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But,
I'm gonna drop one more. Drop one more.
God damn it.
No.
Please, why?
I like Nirvana, but that was that.
Oh, wait. So
See
this.
that.
All right. Okay.
Wait.
All right.
Wait.
Spamming now.
Yeah, now it's just spam.
Why?
I can't keep up.
Yes, I'll be Tracer.
Dude, I'll be Mercy.
I'm already.
All right, guys. Thanks for setting that up. Okay. All right, guys. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the side. As usual. Oh, I gotta get out of this chat real quick. There we go. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope all you guys who wanted bio info got some info. That was fun playing, but get some sleep. Appreciate you. Later.